Man is back.
Oh, my gosh, Durant got messed up. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have the leopard. You know what I'm saying? It's true. You know what I'm saying? But look at that, my God.
This is your boy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash, the True Inferno. Back at it with another Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War commentary video for you guys. The NBA postseason is here, and this actually starts tonight as I'm recording this video. By the time this video drops, we will have a pretty good idea of who will be the 7th seed is in the Eastern Conference and who will be eliminated from playoff contention. Or competition rather. So yeah, there's that. But at this point in time, as I'm recording this video, we don't know that yet. But I'm about to give you guys my predictions. So we know who the 20 teams are that will be in the postseason. Now, before we get to the actual playoffs, there's a play-in tournament which will involve 8 teams, 4 teams per conference. And obviously the 4 teams remaining will get in within their respective conference as the 7 and 8 seed. So let's start off with the East. So the Eastern Conference play-in tournament starts tonight, Tuesday, as I'm recording this video. And we're going to look at the 9-10 matchups, and that one is in an hour from now, actually. And that would be the Indiana Pacers. I'm thinking of football, Indianapolis Colts. The Indiana Pacers against the Charlotte Hornets. Now, the Hornets has been an exciting team to watch for some parts of the year. Whereas Indiana, they got some issues. Like, they missing some of their players. There's beef within the coaching staff and the players. And the players not feeling their head coach. It's a complete mess. So even though Indy should have home field, maybe says it correctly, I think they have home field. I gotta go with Charlotte. I think Charlotte is more a cohesive unit, more so than the Pacers. And I think Charlotte gonna get in, or not get in, but they're gonna win this matchup. So they're gonna move on, and they're going to lose, and then the Pacers gonna lose, and they're gonna be kicked out. Now, just because the Charlotte wins this matchup, the 9-10 matchup, that does not mean they're in yet. They got to play one more game, which brings us to the next play-in tournament in the game right in the East, and that would be the 7th seed Boston Celtics against the 8th seed Washington Wizards. We're talking about 2 teams that are going in opposite directions. The Washington Wizards, last time I checked, I saw them climb up the rankings to get in a play-in tournament spot, but I'm thinking like 10th, 9th. They rose up to 8th. Meanwhile, Boston once upon a time was like 4th, but then they dropped to 7th. So we talking 2 teams who are going in opposite directions, going at it against each other. And I believe Boston will have home field advantage of this one since they're the highest seed. And Boston did it with one of their 2 big players, Jaylen Brown. He's injured. He won't be playing tonight. Washington again, following all Senators. I like Washington. I think Washington going to win this one, and they're going to get in the playoffs as the 7th seed to take on the Brooklyn Nets. Now, Boston, because I think they're going to lose, they're going to play a second game against the winner of the other game, which would be the Charlotte Hornets. And again, Boston will have home field in that one. So that one will take place on Thursday. Now, in between those 2, I like Charlotte. I'm going with Charlotte. I think Charlotte go get the AC. They will take on Philly in the first round, meaning that Indiana and Boston will be left out of the playoffs. Now, let's move on to the Western Conference, because theirs starts Wednesday as I drop this video. And we got the 9-10 matchup there. Memphis, the 9th seed, hosting the 10th seed San Antonio Spurs. I like Memphis. I think Memphis going to, Ja Morant is balling. You know, he trying to, do his thing. I like Memphis to go in San Antonio and pick up the victory here. And then, of course, the biggest play-in tournament so far, the Los Angeles Lakers, the 7th seed, hosting the 8th seed Golden State Warriors. Steph have been balling like crazy. He's the scoring champion again, 2nd time in his career. But with LeBron and AD back, I don't care if the entire squad is not a cohesive unit yet, because, they got some new players. LeBron and AD has been injured. So a lot been going on with that squad. So they don't have that coherency, or, they haven't been playing together for a good minute. But despite that, LeBron and AD on the court at home should be enough to deal with Steph and these Golden State Warriors. I think LeBron and the Lakers win this game, and we'll get the 7th seed in the playoffs, and we're going to play Phoenix in the first round. meaning that Golden State will then host Memphis in the second playing tournament to decide who will get the 8th seed. And it's Steph. I mean, I got to go with Steph. I think Steph go win that one for the squad. And we're getting in the playoffs as an 8th seed against Utah. Meaning I see Memphis and San Antonio not making the playoffs. Now let's get on to the playoffs themselves. Let's start off with the Eastern Conference because that's how I always do. Philly against Charlotte. This is going to be a sweep. This is the only sweep in the first round. Philly will knock off Charlotte 4-0. Now let's look at the 4-5 matchup, which would be the New York Knicks as the 4th seed against the 5th seed Atlanta Hawks. This one I could actually see going 7 games. This is going to be a battle, but I like the Knicks to win this one in 7. Then the 3-6 matchup, the Milwaukee Bucks will take on the Miami Heat, the 6th seed, in an Eastern Conference Final rematch from a year ago. History will not strike twice, even though Miami have been turning up defensively. This one I think will go 7 games as well, but I like Milwaukee to get the victory and move on. And then the 2-seeded Brooklyn Nets will take on the 7 seed Washington Wizards. And it's Kevin Durant against Russell Westbrook. It's James Harden against Russell Westbrook. So this is going to be an interesting battle. I think this one's going to go 6. I think this one will go 6. And Washington will fall short, unfortunately. Now, second round. The Knicks against Philly. This one is going to go 6 as well. But I like Philly. I think Philly will be just about, handle their business. And we'll take out the Knicks and we'll go on to the Eastern Conference Finals. The 2-3 matchup, Brooklyn against Milwaukee. This one's going to go 7. This is going to be a hard-fought battle right here. This is going to go 7. I like Brooklyn to win this one. And then we get on to the Eastern Conference Final, Philly against Brooklyn. I know a lot of people like Brooklyn because of the fact that they have KD, James Harden, and Kyrie. But here's the thing about those 3 guys. As talented as they are all injury prone. Yes, you heard me right. They are all injury prone. Some more than others. Kyrie the most injury prone out of the 3. KD is a close second. And James Harden is just entering that status of injury prone based off of everything that's been going on this year. So he's not injury prone to the length of a Kevin Durant or a Kyrie, but he's injury prone enough, or he just getting to that stage rather. Although ironically enough, they're going against a squad in Philly with Joel Embiid, who is also, not only has he been injury prone, but he's been injury prone basically his entire career. And the same can be said for Ben Simmons. But who do I trust to not get injured between these 2 teams? Philly. I think Brooklyn is more than likely to suffer some injuries within their squad, within their big 3, as opposed to Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. And the fact that they don't have home field advantage, I think Philly is going to come out of the East and go into the NBA Finals. Now, here's where things are going to get really tough. Who will they face? So, Utah going against Golden State. I see that one going 7. I'll be honest. I see that one going 7 games. But because of home field, I think Utah will win and move on. To take on the 4-5 matchup, the 4th-seed Clippers. I thought that was 3rd, but apparently they dropped. The 4th-seeded Clippers to take on the 5th-seeded Dallas Mavericks. So there's no Porzingis. So the Clippers should win this one. I think they're going to win this one in about 5 games. I think they're much better this year than they were last year when Dallas took them to the limits, ironically enough, in the first round. But I think the Clippers will win this one in 5. Now, the 3-6 matchup, Denver against Portland. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. This is going 7 games. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I actually believe Portland will get the victory here. I think Portland will pull off the upset. This is not in my opinion, this is not a favorable pick, but I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to roll with Dame Dollar, and I think the Portland Trail Blazers will win this one, not in 7, but in 6 games. I think they will win. I would think they will knock off Denver in 6 games. And then Phoenix against the Lakers. Phoenix has been going backwards, but they trying to pick it up. But the Lakers hopefully should be healthy. And the more they play together, and assuming that they all stay on the court, the more that they will get better and the more that they could get a feel for one another on the court, that is. I think the Lakers win this one in 6 as well. I like the Lakers to win this battle in 6 games. Second round action, Utah against the Clippers. This is going to be an interesting battle. I think the Clippers will have too much for Utah. Because Utah was kind of going the wrong direction as well. I think the Clippers win and go to the Western Conference Finals. And then we got Portland against the Lakers. I think that one's going to go 6. And I like the Lakers. So now we're going to get it. We finally going to get it. The Clippers and the Lakers, and I'm not saying that because the Clippers Lakers or in case I want that or not. No, that's not it. This is what I see. This is what I think will happen. The Clippers with quote unquote home field advantage against the Lakers. Now, just like Brooklyn, the Lakers' two superstars are injury prone. Anthony Davis has been injury prone his entire career, and LeBron over the past 3 years, last year don't count, has been injury prone. So again, I see them getting, maybe suffering an injury, one of those two guys, at this point in the postseason. And I think the Clippers will win and go to the NBA Finals to take on Philly. And then this is where things go get tough. Obviously, Philly will have home field. Doc Rivers going against his old squad, which is funny to me, now that I think about it. But if I had to pick a winner, if I had to pick an NBA champion between Philly and the Clippers, you know what? I'm going to go with, it's tough. It's really, really tough. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to go on a limb here. I'm going to say in 6 games, the 2021 NBA champions will be the Los Angeles Clippers. I'm going with the Clippers. It's tough. It's tough. I can see it go either way. It'll be Clippers in 6 or Philly in 7. Either way, I'm just mostly gonna roll with the Clippers. It's tough. Like when you have Kawhi, a guy who dealt with Philly before, a guy who knows how to win a championship, and then he got a scribe with him. I mean, I gotta go with Kawhi. I know Doc Rivers would know that system to to some level, but I think Kawhi got that finals experience over Embiid, over Ben Simmons, and I gotta go with the Clippers. I got the Clippers winning the NBA championship in 6 games. So that's my predictions. What are your predictions? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'm gonna call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know who this is. This is your boy New J Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.